did score a penalty here in the fixture in March earlier in the season. So Duffy with a little shimmy, steps up right footed, wraps his foot round it, but in the end it's easy for Evan Watts to gather
across the net. It could have then came out for the on-rushing striker to tap in. I'm surprised at Hickey as well. He's got such an eye for goal. You don't pass up those opportunities.
Hayden Can back towards Mark Conley. Conley spotted the run of Sam Todd over on this left hand side. Todd receives it into the 18-yard box, squares it into the box. That's a touch on. Oh, and it was nearly touched into the net. Michael Duffy just shows his frustration.
He's got to go with his left foot there. He's got to plant his right foot. We'll see it here now. Brilliant touch. Just sees the run, pays it into the area.
McCarthy with the throw. The age of 18, again flicked on by Hickey. Dyer's underneath it. There's a penalty. He's been given a penalty. Mark Conley, a judge to have brought his two arms.
Listen here in the replay now, see it. But if you start giving these sort of... Now, the first thing is you got to win the first ball. That's twice now.
You can just see here.
Yeah, he's held up. Derry City now, 2 throw-ins, and they've lost the first header twice already. Hickey's won both occasions. You're asking for trouble when that happens.
David Hurley with the penalty. David Hurley with the left foot delivers it under Brian Maher to open the scoring in the 10th minute. It's Derry City 0, Galway 1. Well dispatched penalty, Gareth.
Absolutely. It's not a technique that I enjoy or would do myself, but it seems to be very, very effective. He's just bided his time. He's done the stutter. He's sat Brian Maher down and has just slid it on. If Galway players just get a wee bit more used to it as the game goes on.
Michael Duffy wraps his foot round it. Gavin White on the age of 18, and Sam Todd. Sorry, it was Kevin Holt who got in the mix. He made a mistake. I think it was an error on Greg Cunningham's behalf, but needless to say, the ball nestles in the net and just on the stroke of 18 minutes to make it Derry City 1, Galway 1.
Brilliant, and you can see now that Derry are getting a lot more players into the box. I mean, you've got Kevin Holt, one of the centre halves in the opposition. He's probably the furthest most further player. He was absolutely brilliant in the lead up to that. You can see him here making the run on side. You can see him taking players away, but he hasn't given it up. He's got himself back on side. White's done well. He's just pulled it back. He just misses out on it there, but of course he gets
the opening first half here at the Brandywell. Even Stevens at the moment. That's a flashing header as well coming on from Greg Cunningham, trying to make up for his earlier mistake, which allowed Kevin Holt just to stab the ball beyond him and make it 1-1. He immediately gets it into the centre, but it's eventually cleared away. Shouts of handball against Pat Hickey. Of course, was at fault for the penalty that was given at the last game here at the Brandywell when Sadhu Diallo drove the ball into the box, and Hickey was adjudged to have fouled the ball, actually coming off his upper arm. Duffy shifting, turning, wraps his foot around it. Watts gets down.
He's one of those right backs that you know he's going to get 4 goals at least every year. I think he's got a couple already. He'd be disappointed with that one.
He certainly will. He finds Gavin White. Mullen does well. Steps away from the challenge of Buckley into the path of Duffy. Duffy shifts on to his right, just couldn't quite get the better as Vincent Borden was standing on his way. It's back with Danny Mullen. Chance for Derry City
to get the ball at the edge of the box. I mean, again, it's down this left hand side. Asua does really well, by the way. Michael Duffy in that position. You see Winchester snapping at it. Mullen just cool.
Well, Vincent Borden now on Sam Todd as the ball's delivered on. Sam Todd arriving late. Oh, and he just couldn't quite keep the ball down, and the ball hits the back of the rigging.
He's brilliant defensively, but you see it there. They were trying to get him free. Michael Duffy knew what he was going to do. He was just going to chip it to the back stick. At this time, Todd's at the edge of the box. He just against the wall. He's backpedaling. It's a really difficult one, and Sam Todd has got everything's in his favour there. He's just got to get up over it and get it down and work the goalkeeper.
Well, Declan Toland, Stephen Walsh wins the header. Saturday Diallo can do nothing about it, and the ball goes out again for another throw in.
Yeah, John Caulfield is very happy to play up in this corner now for the next minute or so, whatever the referee adds on. But it's he's going to go for it here.
Killian Browder is going to launch one, as Gareth mentioned. Here we go, long throw under the box, and it's flicked on by Shaw.
Push, yeah.
And with that, Declan Toland brings the game to a close here at the Brandywell.